Welcome back, party people. It's me, V. This is Z, and we're Ohio Pizza Party. Today, we're going to Pink Cricket Restaurant. It's located at 929 East Main Street in Lancaster, Ohio. It's a small little bar that's been here since 1938. So it's been a staple of Lancaster for a very long time. It's a quaint little bar that you can go in, have a beer, have some food, watch sports. It's got TVs up. It's pretty much a go-to spot for the people of Lancaster. Today we got half pepperoni, half cheese on their traditional crust, and so we're gonna dig in and get to eating.
Let you guys know what's up.
Yeah.
Go pepperoni.
I'm gonna go cheese. I'm gonna go cheese. Yep.
Here's your weapon, sir.
Right. Yeah. Pink Cricket here.
I'll go pep.
Very thin crust. It is very thin. Is that cornmeal?
A little bit.
A little bit cornmeal. A little bit cornmeal on the bottom. It's not really crispy. It's so holds its own pretty good. It's good. Yeah. So
just a shot of the peps. Decent size.
Yeah. All right, cheers. Pink Cricket. I do taste the sweetness more with the cheese.
It's subtle, very thin.
Yeah, really thin. And I still think they don't put enough sauce on it for me. I think the sauce is really thin. I think it gets lost in the cheese. The cheese is 100% provolone. It's 100% smoked provolone. I mean, it's got a decent amount of flavor to it, but the sauce is just, to me, doesn't seem to be there until like the back end, until you get toward the crust.
I was gonna say the crust bite is nice and crisp.
Yep.
The cheese is kind of like burnt on there.
Yep. So that's what I really like about the thin crust, especially like the Columbus style where it's thin. The very edge is always like that little cracker, and it's always got the burnt cheese.
A little bit of that air pocket in there.
Yeah. Yeah, you see how it just bubbles up there.
You can see how
the cheese bubbles up, and then the crust just gets real crunchy on the end. That bite right there is always the best.
It is light though.
For sure. I could eat a whole large of this pretty easily. Yeah.
And the sweetness, I'm not a huge sweet crust person. A little bit of the sweet sauce. I think it complements it nice. Like, it's not too overwhelming, but it's definitely differentiates itself.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think it's a little bit more sauce.
Yeah.
I get it in certain bites, and I think with the pepperoni, there's a little bit more grease.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit more, I guess, like sauciness with that bite.
The pepperonis are just a little, they don't have the kind of flavor punch.
I like the cheese half better.
Me too.
Lot more flavor with the smoked provolone.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be the case itself.
The pepperonis are really thin cut. They're really, I don't know if you can see that. They're just very thin. Don't get me wrong. If somebody brought this to a party, I for sure just eat it up. And plus, the place is like in a really nice little bar. It's been there since 1938. It's just like a staple of the community. So I would be here all the time.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Great local spot.
OPP rating, start with the crust. Z, how do you think about Pink Cricket's crust?
The crust, very thin, as you guys saw. Seemed like it was very fresh. Had a little char to it. And
sweet.
It was sweet, yeah. And it's sweet, and it held its own.
Yeah, I agree. I think the crust was one of the highlights of the pizza. Although it was thin, it had the edge of it was really nice with the cracker crust. It was, it was good.
I would just make it a little bit more thicker, just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fresh, rolled every day. They make it in-house every day. Sauce made every day. And that goes in the toppings. So Isaiah, how do you think about the toppings here?
The cheese was probably my favorite for Pink Cricket. The smoked provolone, I believe that's what it was. Had a nice chew, great structure, had a nice little brownness to the cheese as well. Pepperonis were okay, just a little bland.
The cheese did stand out. I think it was like, as far as the toppings goes, it stood out more. The sauce, to me, just wasn't there. I mean, from what I could taste, it tastes decent, but I feel like there wasn't a whole lot on there. I'd probably get extra sauce, but getting extra sauce, I don't know if it's going to affect the quality of the thin crust pizza. Maybe that's why they have it so thin. Okay, OPP rating.
OPP rating for Pink Cricket. Some things I liked, some things I didn't. I'm gonna go ahead for a nice local shop. I'm gonna give it an 8.1.
I think that's fair. I think overall, I could eat a lot of it, because it's thin, it's not as filling. But overall, I'd have to give it like a 7, 8. I think that it just was a little bland. The place is really nice. It's like a really cool looking bar in there inside an old house.
People were really nice when we're in there. So, treated us great, hospitality.
For sure, check it out when you're in Lancaster. Other than that, check us out. Check out our other videos.
We appreciate you.
Stop by and check out Pink Cricket. And yeah.
Stay safe. Eat pizza.
Eat pizza. Stay safe.
Support
eat pizza.
local.
Support. Yeah. Pink Cricket doesn't get more local.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're out.
Whoa, dudes. There's nothing better to beat the heat than a steaming pizza.